think about this. God and his son, Jesus Christ, who was God on earth, established a priesthood order of men to administer salvation among the world, for all of God's children. Okay, that's a plain and precious truth that I just said. And that is extremely profound and extremely insightful into the eternities and how God operates and interacts with his children. I mean, that is among the most profound things you can ponder on and dive into and deeply study. But it's also a very primary doctrine that we talk about in passing without giving it much thought. Oh, the priesthood, it's a great, it's a given. But like it's the most, like it is a deep, like mysterious doctrine as far as the world is concerned. Okay, verse 20. So he's calling, as the Lord has done in previous revelations, he's calling to preach repentance, right? And he says, contend against no church, save it be the church of the devil. So I'm taking this to mean you can contend against the church of the devil as much as you want. Like, that's fair game. That's acceptable contention if you're contending against the church of the devil. So, just throwing that out there.
Wonder what the context of contend in this verse.
They were like, Third Nephi says there's like contention's not of me, but that's talking about contention within the church.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, there should be no contention, disputes about the doctrine of baptism, is what he's saying. Like, the priesthood, like, there should be one faith, one baptism, no contention in the church. However, go and contend against that church of the devil. Like that,
President Nelson, what has he been saying? In
peacemakers
in our lives, yeah. And then it's like, not so. Verse 20, bro. We got to go out there and cause some contention with the devil here.
Great and abominable church should be contended against. That's what I'm saying. All right, there's probably some truth somewhere in there. We just jumped right over it, but
we totally blew past it. No, obviously probably the more appropriate or applicable way to view this is ultimately, what's the greatest way to contend against the church of the devil? Like, what's the way that destroys the church of the devil the greatest?
Up light. Being a light in the world.
Not only that, but what is the devil seeking to destroy more than anything else? Family. Like, you go to the temple, you make sacred covenants, you live those covenants, and you establish a temple, a house of order in your personal home. That's the greatest threat to the adversary. Like, if you can take the power that you have been endowed with and the principles and the attributes we are taught in a house of learning, in the house of the Lord, and you can go home and administer those things and seek to instill those things and that light and that truth within your own home, that's the greatest arsenal against the adversary and against his followers. And that does more to destroy his kingdom than anything else. And if enough of us can do that, we can do that across our communities. That's going to be a pretty good barrier. That's going to be hard for the adversary to penetrate and break through. And everything starts in the home,
Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.